I am Maz, Saint Mazza, Maz's Revenge, all of that. I am a fashion designer and I have my own clothing brand. Yep. I feel like I do. I feel like I've boxed myself into. I hate this term. Never quote me on this. Never say that I am this, but kind of opium. But it's mixed with a lot of punk and um, Japanese archive wear. To be honest, like if I had to like put myself in a box, it'd definitely be like Japanese archive. There is Fantasia, and then there's Never the Problem. The Never the Problem is a clothing brand bit with me and two other people where we basically focus on streetwear. And then Fantasia is more so my own fashion line where I make clothes or I rework clothes. And that's the main difference between them. Ooh, Never the Problem. It's very much glorifying yourself in a way that like people can tell you anything about yourself, people can hate on you, all of that, but you stay true to yourself, and it's more so a mentality more than anything. It's the thought that you are never the problem and you can do what you want to do. But Fantasia, on the other hand, it it comes with a lot of law. It's based off the drug DMT. Fantasia is a nickname for DMT, and it's based off my interest in like spirituality and also psychology. It's um, everyone knows with DMT you get ego death, and people even start their own religions from it weirdly, and they're like base the whole principles of it. But it's just the idea of taking what already exists, your life, and then adding to it. So that's where my ideas of reworked comes from, or even my styles. It's nothing new, nothing special, but it's my twist on it. So I am the drug to fashion, if that makes sense. It's me knowing that in this current world, you can't create something that's exactly new. Something will always be a copy of something else, or it will be inspired by something else. So it's very much staying true to myself in the fact that it's what I would wear. And other people don't have to wear it, other people don't have to like it. But if I like it, there will always be people who are similar to me who also like it. It's just being me in the shortest form. Uh, it's my art, my work. So why should I be concerned whether other people like it or not? Well, Birmingham is a city where nothing happens. Like, obviously, there's worse cities I won't mention, but in Birmingham, it feels like crabs in a bucket. People don't want you to succeed because they want to succeed themselves. So, just seeing that and people being scared to make a move because, well, they don't know how to or they're worried of what other people will think. So, I decided to take that step forward and make that move to give Birmingham that new experience of what it's like to be an individual rather than what someone else wants you to be. Well, my love for the craft has always started from my parents. They're both artists. They've all been involved in textiles, painting, all of that. So I think that's where I truly get it from. But my interests, they're very much from me and like what I surround myself with. So sometimes I will just rework something. I'll buy a jacket, t-shirt, rework it. That's what I've done with this. But then there'll also be pieces which, for example, these jeans, which are pretty dirty, or where I'll make them from scratch, which symbolize a part of my life. So these were made for my birthday, and I'll always relate them to my birthday. So it's a mix of both. It's a bit of grit and also a bit of the 3% rule, said by Virgil Abloh. So yeah. Coming up with an initial design is probably the easiest part because it's very rare that you'll be coming up with a completely new article of clothing. Everything exists, everything has been existing, but it's just what you add to it, how you make it, from down to the stitches can be grueling. So how you do a stitch is what color you use, what type of stitch you use. All of that makes a difference. Like even the distance between each stitch can change the design and the different texture. So think all my designs are constantly changing. This jacket isn't even finished yet. There's so much I want to add to it. I want to add another layer of wax. I want to add more stuff to it. But it's the initial idea that I had where I wanted to add fur. I've done it now, but I'm still not happy with it because it can be so much more. But once you get past design, you also have to get onto making it, which is even harder. It's just a continuous process. I don't think you can ever be happy with your own work, completely happy. There will always be a part of you that doesn't like something or you want to change something. Funding, money. As a student, getting money is probably the biggest issue. Getting a job is an even bigger issue. So if anyone's hiring, please give me a job. Um, just getting the money to fund my projects or even ideas to even get them started. That's what I started on Reworks because the clothes I already have, I can just spend a few quid on materials. Since I come from a family where we sew and create, I'll always have like paints, threads, even a sewing machine. I didn't have to worry about any of that. But just for example, if I want to mass produce something, that's very expensive. Even if I do it myself, it's time consuming, and I'd need money for materials and all of that. And don't get me started on getting it made internationally, because import tax is horrible. We pay taxes here. I think that knowing that even when I'm dead, people will still be wearing my clothes. Now that I've started it, it's something that exists. It's been manifested into reality, and that I can live through this in a way. So I may not be alive, but my name would be through these clothes, or through, like, for example, this documentary. It's the idea of living forever in one way, shape, or form. I don't want to repeat what Rick Owens said, but he was pretty much right. Make, make, make. Don't waste time on silly sketches. Just learn to make the clothes. It's at the end of the day, it's technical. The more you make it, the more you'll understand. Like, even with pattern cutting, I'm self-taught on every basis. I haven't gotten a course. I haven't been taught anything. The more I make, for example, jeans, pattern cutting becomes much easier. I start to understand the fundamental basics, and then it's just you need to learn the craft, you need to hone it, and then you need to execute. It's a 3-step plan, and anyone can do it. You just have to have the dedication, and you don't even need to have the talent. It's just the motivation and dedication that it requires. Anyone can make a hoodie. You just need instructions, but not everyone can make a hoodie like you. So don't think just because someone's made it doesn't mean you can't. Okay. You can't teach a man anything. You can only help him find it within himself. So that is what I'm doing to you guys. I am helping you find it within yourself. I'm giving you guys the starting key. I'm not going to give you my blueprint. I'm not going to give you my methods because it's different for everyone. The way I sew something could be different to the way you sew something. The way I draw something could be different to the way you draw something. But I'm telling you that you can do it. And all you need to do is start.